Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Sweetie here, and welcome to Sweet Trends TV. Alright, guys, I have something trending here today, and you will not believe your eyes and your ears. Sika of Ghana's Most Beautiful fame. She was the first runner-up of the previous edition of Ghana's Most Beautiful. Now, she has come out to confirm the rumors that most people were hearing about the organizers and the producers and the sponsors of beauty pageants sleeping with the contestants. Now, I'm sure most people, even yourself, listening to this right now, must have heard the rumor, and some producers themselves have come out to debunk the fact. But she exposes all the secrets and everything that went on in the house during her time. So guys, we have the video for you. We're going to show you. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon next to the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and share the video. And like I always say, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
All right, Sika, what pushed you to go into beauty pageant, Ghana's Most Beautiful?
I think the basic thing is that I wanted to achieve higher heights.
Okay.
And then I felt it was a very good platform to be exposed and then get to achieve my dreams. So I think basically that was it.
Who convinced you? You convinced yourself? Some people introduced it to you?
No, my best friend did.
Your best friend did? How did you feel when you went for the auditioning?
I actually wasn't picked during the Kumasi auditions.
Okay.
And I had to talk to one of the judges. So that is when the problem started.
You had problems?
Yeah.
What problems did you have?
The judge told me he was going to help me, train me so that I could be picked for the Accra auditions. And indirectly, they actually hooked me up with somebody.
Yeah, they want to sleep with her.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah.
Can you please let her talk?
Oh, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
I want to be direct. You know.
Listen, so Leon just sat down.
That's in the backyard.
Okay. All right, let's listen.
So I get to Accra, and then the guy they linked me up to said I should come to his house. Well, it didn't sound too right, so I didn't go. And he freaked out on me. He was so furious. The next day he said they were not going to select me. I'm not
Who
serious.
freaked out? The person who you were set up with, or the judge?
No, the person.
The person.
He was so furious and all of that. But well, I put in my best, and then I actually was picked. Later, when I got into the house, I think one of the producers what the guy actually did, because he asked all 10 girls out. So if you are stupid enough to sleep with him, he can actually sleep with all 10.
Wow.
So these things happen.
It happens.
Pimping people out and stuff. It happens.
So we realized it was happening with our predecessors.
Normal.
Some of them were sleeping with him. Some were actually in a relationship with him.
Normal.
Why didn't you back out when you realized it was happening? They were trying to set you up, and why didn't you back up?
Well, okay, I saw it as a hurdle I had to cross. So I just decided to ignore it and then go for the gold.
I see. So did some of the young ladies fall prey to these advances?
Well, when we are all talking, they are not going to say it, but you know definitely one of them will just fall prey.
One or two of them.
Yeah, because they're actually desperate to win, and he being one of the main people behind the program, you are going to take his word for it. So if he tells you he's going to give you the crown, well, you kind of believe it. But later when we got into the competition, we realized that the moment you get to sleep with him, TV3 gets to know about it, and you are out.
Oh, actually?
Yeah.
So
I think what really helped our season is the fact that TV3 was actually helping. Now all these people are actually out of TV3 now, because they had been doing for years, and you couldn't really say because they were holding higher positions at TV3. And if TV3 gets to find out that you still have one or two, maybe sometimes they can't really do anything about it when the power is so high and all of that. But then when they get their own way to know what's really happening, they get to kick you out, even without any tangible reason.
I see. So were you afraid of victimization? If you reject him, you'll be victimized in the show?
He went ahead to threaten me. He came all the way to Kumasi, met my family, told them that they were going to evict me out of the house because I was reporting him that he's come to ask me.
There's a producer?
Yeah. And then he was actually mean to me until, I think, 2 weeks to the finals. He wasn't talking to me. He made life so unbearable for me in the house.
How did you feel?
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. And then the funny thing is he had his candidate in there and nobody knew. So eventually his candidate won.
Wow.
I see.
Yeah.
His candidate how? Somebody that he picked?
Yeah, he picked.
He groomed?
Yeah.
He brought to the show?
To the show. And we didn't know. And he was just playing around all 10 girls.
So there was a pre something winner.
Yeah. Someone who has already won. We were just there to make money for them.
Did you go for sponsorship?
No, they didn't help with sponsorship. You know, the thing with reality shows, which if I was to come in my second life, I'd rather direct my energy somewhere else. After they make money out of you and then the show ends, it is you and your God. You struggle to make it. So you realize that a very few ones, as he was saying, if you don't get to marry a big man, have a big man as a boyfriend, you struggle. I came here with my taxi. And it's not easy. You know, I am just a student who graduated. And then you have your mates who are looking all plush and houses in cantonment and Usu. And then they are talking to you and they make you look like you're very useless because you are not sleeping with a big man. Yes, and there's something that's going on. I remember one of the ladies actually hooked me up to a big man. And when I said no, she called me a fool because that is the order of the day. So she's like, if you want money, it's with the married men. No young or married man has that kind of money. So if you want to keep up, look plush, look luxurious, nice hair, nice makeup, nice car, take nice pictures on Instagram, you have to keep up.
iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Nice. Let me ask you. So you became the first runner up.
Yeah.
You weren't the winner, but you were the first runner up. You almost won. Yeah. Then you come back to Kumasi.
Yeah.
How was your lifestyle after?
It wasn't easy, honestly. And then a lot of expectations from society. My friends start asking me for money. When you say you don't have, you're like a terrible person because they believe automatically you're supposed to pay me every month. I don't get where that was coming from. And your parents and your family too get to see very different. It's surprising that family even sometimes get to think that you have money and you are not really trying to give to them. But the thing is you don't have. And then when you go out, sometimes when you go out you meet new people, they look at your shoe, they look at your dress, they are trying to see if you have designer on. If you don't have designer on, you can't belong.
I am looking at your shoes.
Were you ever pressurized to
so think? I had to back out. I had to decide to be my own kind of person because I can't force myself to fit in. And I realized that I was trying to fit in, and then you get to them, they see you've not traveled to London before, you've not gone to even Nigeria. After the show, you've been in Kumasi all your life. But who cares? That's my life. That's how I want to live it. But that is not how it is. So a lot of girls get unnecessary pressure. Unnecessary pressure. And then it forces you to do something you don't want to do. The truth being told, beauty queens are seen as sex idols. That's the truth.
True.
Somehow, because of the way we present them. Yeah. So after the show, even if somebody genuinely wants to help you, they want to take a bite of you.
Did you get the elevation you wanted after?
No, I didn't. It was nowhere close because they were choosing over me all the time because they were looking good, they were doing something. Yeah, I wasn't doing anything. I'm just trying to take videos with my phone and upload them on YouTube. Well, who watch that anyways? But people are in studios taking high class talk shows and all of that, and you are taking videos with your camera.
So you're not connected.
Yeah.
So you weren't connected.
Yeah.
You didn't get the connection you wanted.
I did get the connections. I think I got 2 very big connections, and I turned down, and I was tagged as a fool. And because of that, many of them.
Is it because somebody was demanding something from you?
Yes, because the person actually was demanding sex, like a relationship, and the person was married. Well, I think my upbringing didn't really allow me to do that because my conscience was just eating.
Don't forget, people will always love and support when it's always done.
Well, you're still tuning into Love 99.5. We're talking to Sika. We're talking to Sika. All right, Sika, would you, you said in your next life, if you ever come back to Ghana, and would you ever do a pageant again?
No, I wouldn't. I really got a lot of issues out of it. People who sponsored during the vote and all of that, after voting for you, they want to marry you. Now you don't want to marry them. They are chasing all around Kumasi. So I had to spend like 2 years of my life running away from one man. And it really added to my new relationship, you know. It's terrible, honestly speaking. And I think probably if I am supposed to go into Ghana, this must be my next life. I will just go if they pick me or they don't pick me. I'll just come and sleep and do something better for my life. than trying to go to this man. Yeah, they will. Oh, I will help you. I'll vote for you. Every week, come and take this amount for votes. Afterwards, you see, the money they pump in is so much that I remember the one who actually sponsored me spent close to 1 million Ghana cedis that time. So when I was coming back from the house, then it became a worry. Now, okay, 1 million Ghana cedis.
Assurance for marriage.
How
That's
are
a
you going
bride
to
price.
Yes.
So what did he spend on? Was it just on votes or on your dress? On
the dress, GTP provides them, and you've got designers on the show, so they give it to you for free. So on the votes, because we voted a lot, our time the competition was so tough, and then after this, I had coming back, and then this man brings marriage proposal. You see, when you turn it down, it's like you're a very terrible person, because this man has invested his entire fortune in you.
So you would agree that if you are actually asked as a beauty queen, you're asked to go for sponsorship from this said man, and this said man is asking for sex, you feel like you were pushed to ask for this money for the sex reason?
Yeah, but why would you put $1
Well, if I got what you said clearly, you are pushed to ask for
sponsorship. Let's say, oh sorry sorry, all right, please Sika is talking, just give her a few minutes. What I was asking was, let's say you're a beauty pageant winner and you're asked to gather up sponsorship or gather up some money for sponsorship for various charities. That's necessarily pressure to be a little soft-minded on men. You have to, so what going back from Kaka, so you get the money.
If you are, they say good girls go to heaven, bad girls make money.
Oh, I know.
Unfortunately, that's the truth. Unfortunately, because if you decide to be a good girl, and it's not only in the beauty pageant stuff, in this entertainment industry. One producer told me, as I've closed my legs, I've closed my career. Because because those who are in the industry probably did it.
Yeah, the future is bright when you open your legs. Yeah.
You get it.
Do you think being a beauty queen or going to beauty pageant is worth it?
Well, okay. Maybe you should just watch your stars before you go.
Watch your stars? How do you do that?
Sometimes some of us go through without actually experiencing anything.
Did you know about all of these things before you went into the beauty pageant? Did you know these things were happening?
I think when I went, I was 20 years old, and I actually didn't know anything about even catwalk or whatever. I didn't know anything. Later, when I got into it, I had to talk to some of the, but well, they will never go into details until you are in the soup yourself. Then they know that now they can share some intimate stuff with you. They have to trust your mouth, that you are not going to say it out there. So until you get into the soup, then they're going, oh, this is how we do it.
Did you learn anything out of being a pageant girl? Did you learn? What did you learn? Did anything enhance you?
Yeah.
Did you get anything out of it?
I actually learned how to carry myself.
Okay.
Let's talk about table etiquette, manners, being a queen. They do well at that. Integrity of time, speech, you're going to get that. I think they work more on your personality when you go for such pageants. And for that, when you come out, you don't come back the same person. If before you were just talking all over the place, raising your hands. My time, they really taught us a lot of things. But after the show, where reality catches up with you, you just can't keep up because money is really needed at that point.
I see.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have been listening for a while. I'm going to start with you, Hakeem. Do you think beauty pageant has lost its relevance in the country? Is there still relevant?
You know,
is there still something you would subscribe to?
You see, fortunately, I have been associated. I've been part of this campus. How do you call it? Beauty pageants.
Miss KNUST, Miss Kepole,
Miss Kepole, and the likes. I've been very part of it. You know, I'm surprised, she's saying, I wanted to ask her because I'm surprised she's saying she doesn't know. Because this is an open secret. Anita, what I saw even on the campus thing they do, just that one. I remember the organizers took, normally it's a private organizers, the school will give it to them for them to organize. I was part of this. They took them to one hotel. Those people were actually white men. They were part of the sponsors. I was there and I heard what the girl was telling me. They told them, I heard it. I'm quoting verbatim. Apparently one of the girls, but she was the most beautiful. You know, yeah, exactly. You know, meaning to say you need to satisfy the sponsors, because of course they are giving you something. You need to sponsor them. I'm telling you, this whole beauty pageantry thing is nothing but, you know what, is a mini form, or if you like, a professional form of prostitution.
So nobody gets anything out of it. You heard it. I mean, at the end of the day, you get something out of it.
Unfortunately,
but you have to be smart. There has to be something up here.
Annie now,
she to an extent.
Now she is telling us what we don't know, because I wanted to ask her. Now she's sounding like the good girl. I don't want to believe what she's telling us. She's not here. Unfortunately, she stepped out. What did she do to be the first runner-up? We want to know. I'm not there, so how am I supposed to know?
Hold your fire then. When she gets here, we can ask her. Hold your fire there.
Yes, I will hold the fire.
But she's telling you that she went through a lot.
You see,
she went through a lot.
This is a known secret. Any girl who...
And you and I know, during her time, she was supposed to win.
You see...
I mean, that's up for... Personally.
You know, first of all, when she started talking, she told us even... the qualification, she didn't qualify, but at the end of the day, for Kumasi. At the end of the day, she said, and I'm quoting her, she crossed a certain hurdle. What hurdle was that?
She's not here for you to attack. We're talking about beauty pageants in general.
I'm not accusing her. Okay, see that. Can I please ask you a question? Yeah, thank you. When you were talking, you know, you told us even the Kumasi pageant, the Kumasi thing, you know, you didn't qualify, but then to quote you, you said you crossed certain hurdles. What hurdles were those?
After we see Ghana, we have 4 audition centers. So if you don't qualify in one center, you can go to the other. So I didn't really know much about it. So after the Kumasi auditions, I spoke to the judge, and then the manner in which they actually did the selection, I realized there was some sort of, you know, some bias going on. So I told him I wanted to go for the Accra auditions, and then he should groom me. I think around that time he was working in hand with one guy from Cultural Center. I said Ghana's most beautiful is Cultural Center. So he linked me up with the guy at Cultural Center to teach me Adwa and those things. Then he linked me up with the guy in Accra, the producer in Accra. Then when I get to Accra, he should also take it from there. Yeah.
So how did
those are hurdles? Those are hurdles.
So you crossed that hurdle just by that.
And when I got there, the guy came up with the sex thing.
And what did you do?
And I didn't go. He asked me to come to his house. I didn't go.
And then they
threatened to evict me. He came all the way to Kumasi to come and threaten my family. I remember my mother got so worried about this because the whole family was summoned that I had gone to report him. He asked me out and all of that. So it wasn't easy.
And basically what I'm saying is that, you see, this pageantry thing is a mini form, or if you like, a professional or a corporate form of prostitution. You know, I've been there before.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
It's not. I've been there. I'm saying this from what I know.
Hey guys, so if you like the music that I always use for my background, it's from a young and rising talent called Blakk. He has a new album called TRAPEZIUM, and it's in the description below. So go and listen and make me proud. Peace.